Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have a fun little kind of like 2-in-1 video for you guys. We're going to be doing a makeup tutorial, but I'm also going to be sharing with you some of my favorite underrated makeup products. So when I was sitting down trying to decide like what kind of tutorial I wanted to film, I realized there are a lot of products that I own that I feel like I don't see other YouTubers or other beauty bloggers talking about all that much, and I know that I sit here and rave about them constantly, but if you're new to my channel and you haven't been following me forever, you may not have ever even heard of or seen these products before, so I wanted to show them all to you in action and put them all into one makeup look. So if you want to see how I created this sort of like purple smoky eye, nice like mauve lip, then just keep on watching. So let's start by priming our face. This will just make your foundation go on more smoothly, fills in the pores, helps your makeup to last longer, lots of good things. So this one is actually from a skincare brand, so you don't really see a lot of makeup type products or think of makeup when you hear this name. And it is by Dermalogica. This is their Skin Perfect Primer. It has a broad spectrum SPF 30 with physical sunscreens, Jumbo Jam, and this is part of their Age Smart line, which, as much as I don't want to admit it, I guess I should start thinking about. So this has a very moussey sort of consistency. It does make your skin very flawless looking. It does have silicones in it. I'm not like a huge silicone primer person all the time, but I find that this one also has other ingredients that are good for my skin, so it doesn't tend to give me as much problems as some other silicone-based primers do. So I'm gonna start at my nose. My nose, forehead, and chin are the areas I have the most pores, the most problems, so I'm gonna start and really press the product into my skin and then blend it outwards to the outer perimeter of my face. Smells very like herbal, almost spa-like, which I guess, you know, coming from a skincare brand, you kind of expect it to be a little less makeup-y than your regular makeup line would be. Yeah, I really like how silky and smooth this makes my skin feel, and I just feel like this is a primer nobody talks about, and it's really pretty nice. So moving on to a foundation. Now this is one that I wasn't really sure. It is talked about by another YouTuber that is a big name, but nobody else really talks about this product, so I still kind of consider it underrated or underhyped because it's really very good and I've been using it pretty recently. I haven't used it a ton yet, but I really like it a lot. This is by Fiona Stiles. It's their Matte Finish Foundation Concentrate. So I have oily to combination skin. I have really large pores and oiliness in my T-zone. I tend to be drier around the cheeks. So I do like matte finish foundations or things that will help me to control shine. And this formula is matte, but it doesn't look cakey or heavy. It blends really nicely on the skin. I really enjoy it a lot. I wear the shade number 4. So I'm just gonna pump some of this on the back of my hand. I also love, it has a glass bottle, it has a pump, and actually right now, as of right now anyway, this foundation was 50% off at Ulta, which is like pretty incredible. So you know, it's only $15, which is insane. It's like the same amount as a L'Oreal foundation. So if it is still on sale, I definitely would recommend picking it up now while you can. And I'm just gonna go in with my Real Techniques Expert Face Brush to blend this in. So this is a thicker texture foundation. It's not super watery or liquidy. Some of the drugstore ones I've used recently, like the NYX Total Control or the Wet n Wild Photo Focus, those ones are much more liquidy. This one is a little bit thicker, but it does still blend into the skin nicely and it doesn't feel too heavy in my opinion. So for concealer, I'm going to be using this one from Well People, which is an organic brand. So this has really great ingredients for you, no nasty chemicals. This is their multi-action concealer. I believe I have the shade Light. Yes. So this reminds me a ton of the IT Cosmetics by Under Eye. They have very similar textures. This is a very thick concealer, but it's very brightening and very hydrating. So it does an amazing job of covering up dark under eye circles and keeping that area very nice and hydrated. I do definitely like to set this down though because it is so creamy to keep it from slip sliding around or creasing or anything like that. Just gonna gently blend this with my brush. I'm gonna take a little up on the lid too, just to cover up any darkness or veininess on the eyelid. So moving on to powder, I'm going to use this one from IT Cosmetics. This is a sample that I have of their Bye Bye Pores pressed powder. IT Cosmetics, I talk about their CC Plus cream all the time. That product is super hyped up. They have some really great eyeshadow palettes, some really great mascara, but I feel like people don't talk about this particular product all that much, and it is awesome. It seriously makes your pores disappear. Like it says, it makes your pores disappear, and really it like makes your skin look airbrushed. It's kind of incredible. So it is a translucent powder. I'm just gonna take it on this Kat Von D brush, and I'm going to tap this under my eyes just to set down the concealer. And then I'm gonna set down especially the areas of my face that tend to get more shiny. All right, so let's bronze things up a little bit, get some life back into this face. One of my favorite bronzers is $7. It is from the drugstore. You can get it at Ulta, and it is the Makeup Revolution Ultra Bronze. I don't know why nobody talks about this product because it's so good for the money. I feel like everybody talks about Benefit Hoola and Too Faced Chocolate Soleil, which are awesome bronzers, don't get me wrong. But when it comes to something from the drugstore that's affordable, I really like this one a lot. Plus this pan is like freaking-gantic for $7. I'm gonna grab my complexion brush from Royal & Langnickel here. And I'm just going to start with a little contour, just to give some definition to the old cheekbones here. And I'll warm up the perimeter of the face. I like this because it has a nice like neutral undertone, like it's not too warm, it's not too cool, so you can kind of bronze and contour with it. It's very forgiving, and it's pigmented, but it's not too pigmented, so it's like sometimes with face products, if it's too pigmented, you can go overboard and it doesn't like blend out and it's really finicky to use. This is not like that. Like you can definitely see it on the skin, but it's buildable, which is nice. Then for blush, we're gonna go in with this one from Physicians Formula. Again, Physicians Formula is a brand that a lot of people talk about all the time when they're recommending affordable products from the drugstore. But this particular blush is one I feel like that does not get any hype at all. This is from their mineral wear line. It's a talc-free product. It actually has SPF 30, which is kind of random, but also cool. It has physical sunscreens, again, something that I am good with. And this is in the shade Natural, which is exactly what this is. This is like a perfect blush. If you have like a light complexion or a light to medium complexion, this blush you cannot screw up. It is very buildable, very soft, and it looks so pretty on the cheeks. Just gonna go in with an angled blush brush here, and we're gonna fluff this onto the cheeks. I feel like it just gives such a nice, natural, rosy glow. It's so pretty. And I feel like the formula is a little less bad for you, or like a little bit better for if you have sensitive skin than even some of their other formulas. Hair right now, I can't handle you. I can't handle your hair. I'm just gonna let it run free for right now because it's being kind of crazy. I don't even know. So I could never have too much glow in my life, let's be serious. So I picked a really cool highlighter. This is actually something I got in my Ipsy bag. I had never heard of this brand before. I've never heard anybody talk about this brand before, but it is such a stunning highlight. This is by Luna. It is their baked highlighter in the shade Calypso, and it is a really unique shade. It almost is like a purpley taupe color, which is something you don't really see very often. So I just thought that that was something really cool and unique, and it looks stunning on the cheeks. Just wait, just let me get a brush. I just thought the undertone to this was so unique and different and pretty. I just feel like immediately that adds so much dimension to my face. It's just so pretty. So I'm so glad that I got to try this. Sometimes you just hit like a gold mine with Ipsy. Sometimes some months you get some products that are kind of like meh, and then other months totally just amazing discoveries. So moving on to brows. Now, if you're somebody who's been following me on Instagram or you follow my channel for a while, I talk about this brow product all the time. I use it all the time. So it is definitely not something that's underrated on my channel, but I don't really hear anybody else ever talk about it, so I consider it to be an unhyped product. This is the Peak Expresso Brow Powder. This is basically it only comes in one shade, and it has two shades in this little palette thing here, and basically this is a brow powder that is almost like staining in the sense of it does not move or come off or fade or smudge during the day. It's very like waterproof and smudge resistant, but it still looks very natural, which is something that I really like. So I'm just going to go in with my NYX brow brush here. Gonna kind of brush my brow hairs into place. And then usually I like to go in with the lighter shade first to kind of create the outline of where I'm going to fill everything in, just so that the edges of my brows are a little bit softer. And then I'll go back in and define with the darker color because I do have quite dark hair on my brows. I always like to work like the innermost portion of my brow last when I have just a little bit of product left on the brush so that it's not quite as harsh. I feel like you can go a little bit deeper and darker when you're on the tail of your brow. So let's move on to eyes. I'm most excited about this part because we are going to be using one of my favorite palettes of life. But first, I'm going to prime my eyes with my Glow Minerals Shadow Primer. I just got this maybe about a month or so ago. I really like it a lot. Glow Minerals is a brand that I don't think anybody talks about or really knows about because they are mainly sold through like your dermatologist or through a spa. They don't sell to like Sephora or Ulta or big commercial retailers. They primarily sell, either you can buy them online directly or they sell to like skincare professionals, and then those professionals sell those products to their clients. So they reached out to me maybe like a month or two ago, so they've been sending me some really cool product and I've been really enjoying what I've tried so far. So I felt like that was a good unhyped brand that I wanted to clue you guys into. And I definitely can post down below some links to my full reviews of other products from them that I've tried. So this is my piece de resistance today. I am so excited to use this palette. This is the Laura Mercier Eye Art palette. Now this is in the old packaging because this palette is like ancient, which is bad. I probably should repurchase the new one, but you can still get this palette. They made it part of their permanent collection. The packaging looks a little bit different, but all the shades are still identical. The layout is still identical, and as far as I know, the formula is still identical. And honestly, nobody talks about this palette. Everyone talks about Too Faced palettes, Urban Decay palettes, both of which I have and are very good, but this formula is incredible and I've made such beautiful eye looks with this palette. So we're gonna play, I don't know if I wanna do more just like neutral browns or if I wanna play with some purples today. So I'm gonna start with this shade here called Fresco, which is a nice neutral, almost like camely brown. This is like a great crease transition shade, so that is where we are gonna pop this on. And I find these shadows to be so pigmented and blendable and beautiful. They wear so nicely. So it kind of amazes me that nobody talks about them. Also, just as a tip, when you're blending in the crease, sometimes it's helpful to actually open your eye so you can see exactly the placement of the colors that you're blending. Like I have a lot of lid space, so when my eyes are closed, sometimes it's hard to tell what it's going to look like when my eyes are open. So you can actually, you know, open your eyes and continue to blend, and then you can see exactly how high you want to bring that color. So why don't we just go purple? I feel like purple eyes are not something I do a whole lot on my channel, so let's do it. I'm gonna take this shade here called African Violet. It's one of my favorite shades in this entire palette, and we're gonna put that all over the lid. This is such a cool shade because it's definitely a purple, but it has like a gold iridescence to it. Super pretty. Then I want to start to deepen things up in the outer part of the crease. I'm going to go in with this shade here called Cur Royal, which is a sort of satin purple shade. And I'm just gonna concentrate this right on the outer corner of the eye, and then we're going to blend it. And then just to kind of soften things a little bit, I'm actually gonna go in with, I think this shade here, Truffle, which is a nice rich brown, and I'm gonna just take that kind of over where I put that purple shade in the outer corner of the eye. I'm gonna go in and I'm going to build some color up on the lower lash line. I'm gonna start with Fresco and I'm going to put that on the lower lash line first. Got a little angled brush here. Then I'm going to take, I think I'm going to take Truffle actually, which is that brown, darker brown shade. I'm going to concentrate that right in the outer half of the eye. And then I am going to take this shade in the top right-hand corner of the palette called Violet Ink, which is a really dark matte purple shade. And I'm going to place this right on the outermost corner of the eye. And I'm going to also put a little bit of that right along the top lash line as well. Y'all know I love a good inner corner highlight, so I'm going to take the shade Sparkling Dew here in the top left. We're gonna pop a little bit of this right into the inner corner of the eye. And then for the brow bone, I'm going to use the shade here, Vanilla Nuts, which is a matte shade, and I'm just going to take this up along the brow bone to highlight and just to blend out that edge so that way it's not super harsh. Now for eyeliner, this is another one of my absolute favorites that nobody talks about, and it's so good, so I don't know why nobody talks about it. This is from Tarte, which is a very popular brand, but this is, I believe, an Ulta exclusive product. I'm not sure, it's part of the Double Duty Beauty collection, which I think is only sold at Ulta. This is their Double Take eyeliner, which has a felt tip and a regular like cream automatic pencil in one. So I really love the felt tip liquid liner pen in this particular product. It's amazing. So we're gonna use that to create a little cat eye effect today. All right, so let's throw some mascara up on these eyes. I am using a product, again, from a brand that's known more for their skincare than their makeup, so I feel like this product's not really talked about, but it is awesome. A little expensive, but very good. This is the Clarins Supra Volume Mascara. I have been using and loving this for several months now. Probably is about time for me to get a new tube or move on to something else. But I did want to show it to you guys because I feel like this is a product that nobody really talks about, and I think it's worthwhile. Now, we could leave our eyes exactly like this. I think it looks fine, but we're gonna be a little extra. Now, again, this brand is not something that is unknown. Like everybody knows Ardell Lashes. They're one of the most popular lash brands out there. But I feel like everyone always talks about the Demi Wispies or the 110 Naturals. Like there's a few kinds of Ardell lashes that I feel like always get all the hype. But a pair that I've been really enjoying, I got in my little lash book here. They are these ones, the number 113, which are a bit bigger and more dramatic, but still very wispy and sort of flirty. I like them a lot. So we are gonna pop on a pair of these lashes just to add a little oomph to the look. All right, lashes are on. So last thing to do is lips. This is, again, a brand that is relatively well known, but this particular product I feel like is not. And it is from Nudestix, and it's their Gel Color Lip and Cheek Balm. This is probably my favorite Nudestix formula, but it's the one that I feel like people talk about the least. The Intense Matte Lip Pencils are awesome. Everybody talks about those. Their new magnetic lip colors are bomb if you want something very matte and like very long wearing. But this gives you a very glossy lip. They're super comfortable, but they are extremely long wearing. Like I've never used a lip product that has this formula. It's not sticky, but it feels like it sticks to your lips. It's weird, and it doesn't fade away very easily. It lasts a really long time, and it's just super beautiful. So this is the shade Pulse, which is a really nice sort of rosy mauve color. So this is the final look yet again. I really am digging, I love this eyeshadow palette. Like I love the way that these purple smoky eye looks. Like it's purple, but it's not in your face. Like it's a very nice muted purple, so it almost feels the same way like a brown smoky eye would, but like a little bit more intriguing, if you know what I mean. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this tutorial as much as I did creating it for you guys. If you have any questions about any of these products or any of these steps, make sure you let me know in the comments down below. I love chatting with you guys so much. And if you enjoy these underrated product videos, makeup tutorials, make sure you give this one a thumbs up. I really appreciate your support so much. And if you're new to my channel, make sure you click that subscribe button down below before you go. It'll also be in my little end card at the end of this video. You'll see my face. You can click it. You can subscribe. Join the family. We have some fun playing with beauty products over here. And again, I hope you guys have an awesome, awesome rest of your week, rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.